Yeah, so look, in the interest of the end, if you could end suffering tomorrow, yeah, probably anything is justifiable. Inflicting just about anything is probably justifiable. Imposing just about anything is probably justifiable if you can end it. If there's literally you can guarantee no more ouch ever again, then there probably isn't a big enough ouch you could make that wouldn't be justified in the interest of that end, probably by any means necessary. Like if I found out tomorrow that the only way that you could that sentient extinction could possibly happen was skinning all the living things alive slowly, I'd hate it. But I would say that it's what we have to do, so long as it's I mean yeah I mean I would constantly be looking for ways to make that hurt less. I do want it to matter how much suffering we cause in the interest of the end, and I do want it to matter who has the broken leg all the way down. But I also understand that this is not a circumstance where we have a lot of great options, and I really don't mean to be some bleeding vagina about it. And I also get that, like, human beings at least really don't deserve, you know, to be tucked into bed and kissed goodnight. I get that. I don't know. I mean, I think I've come a long way with this, and I just I didn't realize for a long time there might not be as many options as I thought. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. I don't, I don't, if we are to make this the biggest human project, I do think we should always be. I mean, I'm not. And you've said exactly the same yourself. I think we should be as deliberate as possible. I think if there's some ways that we can make it as not awful as possible, then let's do those. And if there's options, and um, let's use those other options. But again, I do get that. Um, I'm totally I'm totally on board with the idea that the only thing that really matters is the suffering coming to a finality. So yeah, anything in the interest of that, if you can guarantee that, is even despite whatever uh, imposition or nastiness might be necessary. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, again on this big tent approach thing. I mean, I just wanted to say it's not so much that I want to keep the tent up forever. I mean, I also think another way of metaphoring this is not so much big tent, but big battlefield, so to speak. And I just want Ethylism to be the last act standing, under the tent, basically. I want to, I want to, I think it is possible to outdance the other forms of antinatalism. Um, I mean, look at what just happened. Like, I mean, with, everybody left the podcast, all of these people who were scandalized by Ethylism, and they've deplatformed themselves. I mean, instead of dancing underneath the tent and putting on their own show of the better argument, they just run away. So, it's the stupidest, weakest thing they could have done. So anyway, I have taken like a shit ton of notes for this video for whatever reason. So if it doesn't look like I'm reading, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Um, but yeah, it's not really so much at all that I want to keep the tent up forever. I just think it's I think in my understanding of my own estimation, I think is necessary for right now. But obviously, there's a lot of competing underneath that tent that I think Ethylism can win, and so yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from.